Okay, I'm gonna be going for something crazy today. So I have a Smeargle that only knows Recycle. Pretty much I went to Route 3, I had Klefki use Recycle, and now I have a Smeargle with that. Now, technically, I could have just deleted all the moves except for Recycle on Klefki and get the same effect. I just didn't want my level 60 Klefki defenses being on that Ditto, just for the sake of that first turn and whatnot. So I do have the Smeargle set up, and then I'm also going to have my Delmise. Delmise gets Switcheroo at level 1, so I'm going to Switcheroo my Leppa Berry onto the Ditto, and I just want to see if this works. Because does Recycle work off of a switched item? So that means Ditto has Leppa Berry, and then copies Smeargle, and then Recycle is going to be able to make it to where it infinitely uses Recycle, and then I don't have to worry about the biggest issue on Ditto, which is the PP, that it goes down so fast. So it only has 5 uses of each move because that's how Transform works, so if you're not paying attention, Ditto can easily struggle itself to death, or even if it doesn't call for help. Like, if it doesn't call for help on 2 turns, and you were trying to gamble on 2 or 3 turns of the Pokemon being left, so there's a lot of switching, there's a lot of, like, resetting the, or not resetting, but switching the chains around, and I don't really like that, so I'm going to see if this method works. If it does, it's going to make this just a lot more mindless. You can just pretty much infinitely get those Dittos to keep spawning. Then after 30 to 40 Dittos, you'll have a 4 IV Ditto, and I'm going to be going for efficiency off of that. Maybe I'll get a shiny, maybe I'll get a nice little breed bank set up. So I'm going to test this method and see if it works, and then see if we're just going to make our life easier for the Ditto. And here's our Dittos. So I'm not even sure if this is how Recycle works or anything like that, but it's always worth a try. So there is the Recycle. Ditto's going to transform. Needed it to transform into the Smeargle, and now it's going to be stuck using that Recycle. Wow, I just hardcore dropped on the grammar right there. So there's the Delmise. Then we get to Switcheroo, and we just have to wait it out. So it'll just be a couple of turns on that Recycle, and then we can actually figure out what's actually going on. Now, there are a couple of nice things about this that I've noticed. So that's going to be Switcheroo. Boom. Now it has the Leppa Berry. Hey, it had a Quick Powder. I was actually wondering if maybe that would have an impact too, that if it doesn't have a held item versus when it does have a natural held item. So we're going to see if this actually causes the Pokemon to stay alive for long enough. And now, since it has Recycle, I'm not really worried about too much. So I can keep it at full health, get the setup going, go into my Sneasel, drop the Ditto down to 1 hit points, and then I'm pretty sure we just don't have to worry after that, and we just one-shot all the Dittos next to it, and then that should be an incredibly brain-dead, easy, even faster way of farming. I used Brick Break! And now now it learns Sketch, so I have to go and get rid of it, because if it uses Sketch, that'll consume the Leppa Berry, and then if it recycles, I don't even want to think about what happens if it has other moves. Okay, and now we're set up. Now we are good to go as long as I don't screw it up. It's all on me to screw this up right now. So we are where we should have been right there, and I get to use my Adrenaline Orb, and now we're going to push for as many battles as possible. So let's see how many recycles it can go through. Wait, did that just work? Did you just say that Ditto restored because of the Leppa Berry? Does that mean we actually set up the infinite one right there? Because I just gave it the Leppa Berry. No, we have to see if it actually recalls the recycle. So it restored PP now. So we get to KO this Ditto, and we get to see if it actually works. But I'm pretty sure that it should work now, unless the recycle is going to grab the not Leppa Berry. If it grabs Quick Powder, I'm going to be so upset right now. Because I worked so hard. Yes! Yes! I didn't know. Okay, cool. There's probably, like, someone else that's already, like, proven this at some point. But this is, like, what you need to do. You just need to have a Pokemon with Recycle, so get a Klefki. Klefki can be found at the Thrifty Mega Mart, and then you do things with the Klefki, and then I forget, because I'm super happy right now. Like, that took me a good while to set up, as I was like, wait a second, what if I get Smeargle with this, and then if it only has Recycle and the Leppa Berry? Now I need to make sure my Delmise has it. So I set up for a bit of time right there. Now that Ditto's never budging. He's going to be there forever, calling Dittos, and then I just get to my 40 streak, and then I catch that Ditto, and I go to the Pokemon Center, because, like, look at this, we have the perfect number, too. I Brick Break, and then I Thief, so Thief should be a one-hit KO onto this Ditto, right? And then when I run out of those moves, that's time to catch it. Beautiful! Okay, that's actually pretty awesome right there, and I get to steal a Quick Powder on the side. So we got him just doing his own little thing over there. Yeah, I'm wondering if another guide has covered this for the Ditto so far, or not, because I know people are using Smeargles for these methods, but I was just wondering if, like, the solo Recycle Smeargle would be enough to get this. Also, I can't screw it up, you know, just waste the Adrenaline Orb for the turn. You know, don't throw out any moves, because we're set up So now we just gotta let our moves tick down naturally, and we're gonna go into the round 2 of the recycle. And if that works, yeah, this is it. This will be absolutely awesome. So I'm super excited that actually happened. Best way of getting this Ditto chain, because the Ditto chain is different than anything else. Like, at least with the Poke Radar or Dex Nav in Omega Ruby Now Sapphire, that was its own little thing. Also, it was different in Pokemon X and Y because that was a Friend Safari. So now we're just going to wait and see what happens. I want to make sure we can go through some multiple cycles. But yeah, there should be no reason why it doesn't work. Boom. Recycle works on Lepa Berry. It finds Lepa Berry. And that's the GG right there. So I'll see you guys in a bit when I'm ready to catch that Ditto. And then we can go and, yeah, and then there's shiny, but then, dude, this is awesome. Okay, so I just KO'd Ditto number 40, but I did want to bring up another point as to how you can do this, that everyone can get the event Munchlax before January. So if you don't level it up, you can actually use this really well, and all you have to do is just take it to the move relearner, and at level 0, Munchlax actually gets recycle. Or you could also breed like a level 1 baby Munchlax or something like that. So then what you want to do is delete all the other moves where it only knows recycle, and then that can be your Pokemon instead of Smeargle. Also, just a little bit of technical things I've been going through with this battling. So I had to go and not use all of my Brick Breaks immediately because I realized that every once in a while Ditto can have Imposter. That SOS training is how you do get hidden abilities. So if it's Imposter Ditto, I have to use the Brick Break. If it's a regular Ditto, I can use Thief. So I want to use my Thieves first, then go for Brick Breaks, and then we should be good to go right there. And I'm just nervous. Like, it's been a little over 30 minutes. I don't think it's been quite 40 minutes right now. But I think all that I need to do is false swipe the Ditto over there. And then I'm going to go and KO the Smeargle. Oh, it does cost a Lepa Berry. It costs a single Lepa Berry every time, I guess is the way to look at it. So, Ditto did that, and then now it gains Lepa Berry. I could switcheroo back the Lepa Berry if I was really that stingy on my Lepa Berries, but I don't think we need to worry about that too much. So now I break the Smeargle Ditto. And then I can go and catch that one, and I don't have any, like, self-harming or self-destructive moves. I'm just so invested and worried about it, but the Smeargle thing worked super well. Also, yeah, we can gain some experience, so that's also something you want to keep under control. Like, the problem about having a level 1 Munchlax is that it might gain levels and also stuff like that. But one thing I did to speed this up immensely is disable your EXP share. You're not going to have to worry about level up, you're not going to have to worry about all the other Pokemon gaining experience and stuff. And now I gotta wait for all this to happen. Actually, I'm trying to figure it out because I use the Adrenaline Orb. So now, to catch the Pokemon, we have to get it into the right position to where it's not going to call for help or something. And I guess that's just kind of RNG at that point. But technically, wouldn't I want this next Ditto? So maybe I'll just false swipe him. Like, I don't want to ruin this, even though it doesn't seem like I could really ruin this in any way. But the thing is, yeah, if I get that Ditto, I guess it's going to be stronger. Oh my goodness, the Brick Break can wreck myself. So I need to check myself before that happens. And yeah, so I'm gonna go catch this Ditto, just Brick Break this guy then, and then hope that that Ditto doesn't call for help successfully. And then, yeah, like, oh, or that. I should have Ice Sharded, because there are speed ties and stuff to worry about. But we'll figure it out eventually. I'm just, you know, hitting run right now would cause me to throw my DS across the room. And I don't think we need any of that right now. So, there we go. We could just, oh, oh, no, wait, I just knocked it out. Dang. So maybe it would be worth it to just kind of switcheroo back the Lepa Berry. And we can do anything, so we'll just Giga Drain that guy right there. And I just realized that these Dittos are now going to gang up on me and absolutely ruin me. Okay, so Giga Drain. Hopefully it doesn't call for help. We'll catch it, and then we'll go and check some IVs. All right, now's the moment of truth. Time to see how my first Ditto goes. We can go and hit this judge button. And yeah, it's 4. Oh, we didn't get the 5 though. Like that's kind of all that we're really hoping for with this. Special attack, special defense, speed, and defense. That's actually okay. I feel like hit points would be better, but as long as you don't get both special attack and attack, that's doable. So this is a fairly tanky Pokemon that would be better to have like no speed and hit points depending on the tank you're going for. But yeah, you get another 3 or 4 IV Pokemon through the SOS method, through breeding or something like that, and then we're going to be able to make this work out. So solid Ditto, not the best. Like you need that 5, you need that 6 IVs, and then that like changes your life. But there we go, first Ditto right there. And also, people did have questions about the judge and how, like, you can check IVs and stuff in my breeding guide. So checking IVs is actually pretty fun and pretty interesting in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So what you need to do is go through the Pony Gauntlet. That you beat the game, you go through Pony Island again, you go to the Pony Gauntlet, and that is how you get to the battle tree. Now, I'm pretty sure that this has nothing to do with spoilers, because we knew about the battle tree from the official Pokemon Sun and Moon reveals. But yeah, you go over here to the Pony Gauntlet, so you fly to the plains, you go through the gauntlet, and then you go over to the battle tree. And then at the battle tree, you can go and find the judge. Now, the judge is that guy that, he's always been the IV checker, you know, he's in the Pokemon Center, he's like, this Pokemon has outstanding potential, its stats can't be any better. And then, the greatest inside joke in the history of Pokemon is right here inside the battle tree, because the judge dude, he's on the right side, he's around here, and he's just caught in a loop. People all day asking him for those IVs, and he's like, you got his stats, you know, stuff like that. So after that, like, if he's not interacting with you, what you need to do is go out and hatch 20 eggs. Once you've hatched 20 eggs, he acknowledges that you are a breeder, that you are a legitimate player, and then because of that, that's how you can go and access the judge feature in your computer. So it's like 3 of the greatest things ever combined. That one, you can't just, like, you can't do nothing. That you actually have to breed a little bit, you have to get some game mechanics in before you can check your IVs. And then, you can access it from in here, and now I can go and look at all of my Pokemon and see how the IVs break down. Oh, actually, oh, it's very good. So you have fantastic, very good, but fantastic isn't good enough. That still means like a 30 IVs or something. Then with the Ditto, we can see that that is going to be 4 IVs right there, and just random spreads on all the random Pokemon that I have caught. Then also we get the judge joke, so that's pretty awesome. And yeah, hit points, special attack, special defense. Oh, my speed is just pretty good, right? So I need to get my nil ego up to level 100, bottle cap the speed. Solid. So I think that's it, guys. Pretty much after that, you go and like use Dittos for IVs, and now I have this Ditto, so I can breed this Ditto with anything. And technically, you only need like 2 really good Dittos to kind of go and set everything up. Or I could do a lot of Smeargle chaining. That, let's see, I could do effectively the same thing with Smeargle. That I teach a recycle, I swap out the Lepa Berry, and then I just grind Smeargles the whole time. And now I have an awesome Smeargle that would be hopefully male with 4 IVs. And if you get some other Pokemon, like, okay, so to say I catch a Ditto, and that Ditto has 4 IVs, and then it's like decent in special defense and speed. Well, now I'll have like an attack Pokemon and hit points. So I'd breed that Ditto with a Pokemon, so say breed Ditto and Mimikyu, and then that means my Mimikyu will turn out close to this Ditto with the Destiny Knot. Then I want to breed the now baby Mimikyu with the other Ditto, and then that's how you get 5 IV Pokemon. And then now I can breed this with everything in the Amorphous Egg group, and preferably you'd also want a male to hatch from that. So there's multiple levels of grinding, there's multiple ways of accomplishing this, and I think I got a little too nervous, but you know, after you invest 40 minutes into this, you kind of don't want to screw it up. But there you go, guys. The recycle method does work, and it is pretty easy to set up either through Munchlax or through a Smeargle just like that. Any recycled Pokemon will do, but those are going to be the quickest ones for you to get. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.